What if the confusion you feel isn't personal? What if the fear, division, and self-doubt aren't accidents of a broken world, but the result of a system that works exactly as intended? There is an evil in this world, an intelligence that understands human psychology, fear, and power, and uses that understanding to keep people fragmented, dependent, and distracted. This isn't about one group or one ideology. It's about a pattern.
This system doesn't rely on force alone. It relies on compliance, conditioning, and consent. It's built into institutions, reinforced through culture, and passed quietly through families, education, and social norms by people who benefit when others forget who they are.
What happens at the global level always trickles down into our workplaces, our communities, our relationships, even our families. The same veils used to manage populations show up as control, shame, comparison, and fear inside our most intimate dynamics. And because it feels personal, we rarely see the larger architecture at work.
The system works by keeping human attention locked into one of three veils. If you're focused on one, you rarely notice the others. And that fragmentation you feel is not a flaw you carry, it's the mechanism at work. But the moment you see all three operating together, the spell breaks and the veils drop.
Veil number 1, you are not safe without us. Safety must be authorized, regulated, or purchased from others. You've been conditioned to believe you cannot protect yourself, decide for yourself, or live freely without permission. Entire industries are built on this belief. You must buy the product, hire the expert, obey the process, secure the license. Even our most intimate choices, marriage, separation, livelihood, require institutional approval. And when was the last time you stopped to ask, who benefits from my dependence? Fear makes authority feel necessary, and necessity makes control feel justified.
Veil 2, belonging is conditional. Under this veil, disagreement becomes dangerous. You learn to self-censor, not because you're wrong, but because being misunderstood carries a social cost. Ideas become identities. Questions become threats. And slowly, you hand over your authority to whoever controls approval, reputation, and access. This is the most socially acceptable form of evil, solely created to push you down and hold you back. Because the system rewards those who can influence belonging and punishes those who don't comply. Division is profitable, especially when it turns humans against one another while feeding a system that secretly funds both sides of the argument.
Veil number 3 is the most destabilizing. You are being watched, and you don't know by whom. Not always overtly and not always illegally, but persistently. You see some of the cameras, but not all of them. Data is collected, behavior is tracked, patterns are analyzed, and people who understand systems use this information to predict, influence, and manage populations. You don't need to know exactly how. All you need to feel is that you're never fully off stage. So you hesitate, you self-regulate, you second-guess, and power stays externalized, right where it's easiest to manage. Surveillance doesn't need to be total, it only needs to be believable.
Here's the part most people resist. This only works because we participate, not consciously, not maliciously, but because giving power away feels safer than reclaiming it. The triangle of deception isn't enforced solely from above, it's maintained from within. The most effective deception is the one that convinces good people to police themselves.
Freedom doesn't come from denying the system. It comes from seeing it clearly, without collapsing into fear or blame. When you see the veils, not one at a time, but all at once, you can't unsee the inversion. You realize the world hasn't been broken, it's been upside down. And awakening isn't about escaping the world. It's about walking forward without distortion.
To drop the veils requires 3 steps. Awaken to how safety, belonging, and power are leveraged. Activate your own sovereignty, intuition, and inner authority. Integrate, so your nervous system no longer needs permission to lead. This isn't an invitation for uprising or rebellion. It's an opportunity to step forward and lead.
If you feel this, if something in you is already saying yes, join us on the Healer's Code Tour, where we will reveal 2,000-year-old secrets that will help you move beyond these veils. We'll bring the science, the heart, and the actions you need to break the spell. This is a live, embodied experience for coaches, healers, and conscious leaders who are ready to step beyond the triangle and lead from clarity, not compliance. This is how the inversion collapses, not through fighting, but through seeing.
Because the triangle only works until it's seen. And once you see it, you're finally free to choose what comes next.